Hello guys, welcome to another random map match, and this is Arena. Up to the north, in the green, we have Tuku Romp CU, who is playing as the Aztecs, and down to the bottom of the map, to the south, we have InFLamez. He's playing in the red as the Aztecs as well. And I can promise you guys, this is going to be a hell of a game. Really nice one. Those two players are rated around the 1650 mark, and they really know what they are doing. They are quite into Arena, and I think they really enjoy playing this map, which we'll see later on. What you've seen right now is InFLamez heading straight out of his base to catch eventually those sheep who might not be inside of his walls, and actually he found two. And now he's doing something very interesting. He's sending one over to this side and one over to this side, which is a really smart move because he doesn't know whether his opponent is going to catch them, and if he catches both of them, that wouldn't be too nice for him. So in this case he can only lose one and try to get over to his opponent and try to perhaps steal his sheep. But he's a bit unlucky with it. He won't find any. Now, as this is Arena, I'll probably speed things up a little because during the Dark Age there won't be something too interesting, I think. And we can have a short look at the map. Up to the north we have Rompe's map, who has a really nice big main back gold and another gold back in his base, and even this additional gold, which to be honest isn't that great because you'll perhaps be able to put 4 villages on it maximum. So he should, if he wants to mine, he should start early, I think. Down to the south, InFLamez has a map which is nice as well, but not that great. He's got a nice back gold, another one here, and he's got this little front gold. But what is especially nice about his map is this relic which is inside his wall, so he'll have one secured. And overall I think... Oh, getting housed there. That's not good. Rompe getting housed for a short time, building the house with 4 villages there. And we had a little pause there. Perhaps this is what confused him. And he's got only 2 vills on wood, which is quite good. Where was I? Talking about the relic placement. The relics are in favor of InFLamez, I think. We've got this one which isn't in favor of anyone, I think. Just the same way as this one, which might be a little closer to Rompe. But those two are clearly in favor of InFLamez. And if he tries hard and gets an early castle up, I think he'll be very nice and early out here and collect those relics. Which, and this is important, are much more important in Aztecs War as they give more gold. Aztecs have a bonus on gold collected. So both players doing their standard fast castle build. I think Rompe is trying, yeah, he's luring in some deer, which is quite a good move. And I think those are the best 2 players I've ever casted a game of till now, because, well, I actually saw this game live, and I was so impressed by what they did there that I just couldn't withstand and had to cast it. Although they are not making that many mistakes, I think we'll see quite a few though, which this is always a thing that is not that easy. You have often those problems correcting mistakes of players which are rated above yourself, because of course you sometimes just don't know the details which you should know to really correct those players. Something interesting though is that Rompe at the moment is going for the stone, and he's going for it at the front of his base. You usually in Aztecs War don't see a castle drop because the elite unit of the Aztecs is just not something that you want to go for early on in the game. It's a melee unit and it doesn't perform too well under town center fire, so you can't really raid with it. The only thing good about it is, I think, that of course the Jaguar warrior having an extra attack against those all too common eagles will perform great if his opponent goes into eagles massively. But I think, as this is Aztecs war, we will finally see a lot of monks, and therefore eagles will be a better choice to hit those monks than the Jaguar warriors, which are a bit slower. So now the standard build-up, we have blacksmith going up and housed again. Wow, Rompe is actually housed a lot. On the other hand, we have InFLamez, who's going up to castle already, and this is a big thing. I think I'll slow things down now to normal speed, so that I don't miss anything. He's going up, I think, 50% earlier than Rompe. Yeah, it's about 50% earlier, and this is quite a big deal. If he does a nice early push and catches those relics, he'll have a big advantage. Even if he just neglects pushing it all, just collects the relics with about 2 or 3 monks, then heads back to his base and just walls himself up, he'll have great advantage just having, let's say, 4-1 relic, if he doesn't catch the one down to his south. And I think, yeah, he has scouted it. He doesn't know though that this one is over here. So I think Rompe, he should have scouted it. Yeah, he has. Yeah. He really should be able to collect this one, while InFLamez could even end up having those 3 over here, and thus securing him a big advantage. Now we see the monastery going up. How are the resources looking? Yeah, really good resources. Second monastery running straight away. And a town center going up. Bit bad to wall the villager in like this, so this one won't work, and it won't build the town center as well. But now the 2 monasteries are up, and monks coming out from both of them. Yeah, 2 monks queuing each. He might even catch his opponent's eagle warrior, which might be really good for him. Rompe though, well, he's collecting more and more stone. Yeah, he's 530 stone already. And I think this is not the smartest choice. He's building an outside barracks here. Still not such a great idea, I think. It is aggressive, nice and aggressive, yes, but I'm not sure about it. He's going to the 2 barracks, and he might want to convert. But slow to react there. He might even lose the monk if both eagles attack. And you know, it's not really worth losing a monk for an eagle. But he gets the conversion. Now he needs to head back, because the monk needs some time to get back his faith. And now it's really looking good for InFLamez. He's got the 2nd monk out, he can now convert another eagle warrior, and if just getting out of range in time. And looking at the eco, there are 2 town centers up and running for InFLamez, and Rompe is only on the 1. So this is really not looking good for him. Even building spearmen there, I'm not sure about that. Why did he build a spearman? And he's housed again, building his 2nd monastery, and he'll lose the monk, I think. Yeah, losing the monk before it got the conversion. And now there are more conversions to come in. Oh, this really hurts. Losing 1 monk, losing 2 monks, but winning the overall fight. And now really InFLamez should just collect the relics. He's got the eagle warriors he needs. And he's got the better eco now that he's collecting the 1st one. Yeah, there he's going for the 2nd one. This is really looking good for him. And Rompe at the moment is building those monks, garrisoning them in the monasteries, but as there are 5 eagle warriors, he can't put them out of the barracks. And if InFLamez is quick, he might, if he moves this monk now, he might end up getting all the relics. Really looking good now for him. And Rompe, still no 2nd TC. InFLamez building his 3rd one at the moment, so this is really looking great for him. Rompe now doing the upgrades for the monks. This is interesting. Although he does only have 2 monks, which is less than his opponent, but he's although doing the upgrades, which might secure him an edge, because as you already know, I think the Aztecs have gained bonus hit points on their monks. Come on, InFLamez, bring in the relic. You should really hurry up a bit now. Oh, the monk isn't moving, and I think it'll die. This is bad. He could have secured all 5 relics. And now he's going to lose the monk. Oh, there are the forward villages. And can you see them? I'm not sure whether he spotted them, but he will for sure when the castle plops out of him. And this was a good decision. Now you should really... there he sees the castle, and now he can convert the villages though. And he should secure the relic before the castle goes up. First villager converted. This way the castle is not going up. Now he should really get the relic, because I think Rompe can now convert the monks. Yeah, and he's doing exactly that. This is not looking good. He can convert the monks, and this will finally lead to InFLamez losing a lot. This hurts. And the castle now will go up. He needs to collect the relic. He can get 4 relics. And they're having enough trash talk about the religion. And he doesn't collect the relic. I really don't understand why. I really don't. And InFLamez being housed. His opponent being housed as well. Both of them being housed a lot in this game. But still InFLamez having a huge advantage. He's got secured 3 relics for himself. I think there are 3. Yeah, 3 relics. And he really has no problems at all to keep up his village production. He's going up to the 4th town center. But I think this is not such a nice idea. If I was him, I knew that my opponent is quite behind in eco and doing the castle push right now, so he probably will bust through the wall with a superior army and push in with another castle. So if I was him, I would just use this gold to buy myself another castle and place it around here-ish to secure the relic as well, so that Rompe can't collect it, and then go straight up for Imp. Rompe has a really good balanced eco though. He'll be up to Imp very shortly, so I think InFLamez they're not doing... Well, he should really buy the castle, I think, and he'll be up around the same moment. In Trap Wars, you have to know that if you're defending, you have a huge advantage. If your opponent aims for your castle, that's not a problem, because you can repair it with all the villages you have in there. And if you are getting targeted on the traps, you have the chance to repair those traps as well. This might cost you a few villages, but it won't hurt you too much. Oh, and now InFLamez realizing he's lacking the buildings, and this is really bad, because his opponent should be up right now. Yeah, he is. And really, with that many resources, he should just buy himself the goddamn castle. He's got so much gold income due to the relics, and now Rompe is going to push in and he's going to deal big damage to his economy. If he had the castle up right now, he would have no problems defending at all, but this way, ouch, this will hurt. And he's not fast walling, which isn't too important because, well, the monks can convert over the wall. This is really dangerous for him. His eco, which was so good, is about to be made, and he will get converted as monks as well. And those monks will again convert more villages, and that's not looking good. Why is the town center not shooting? He's garrisoned the eagles. He should now garrison the town center and shoot the monk. But overall, having a look at the population, he's on pop 74, his opponent is on pop 64 only, and a lot of this is army. Although you have to see that Rompe has finally built his second town center, but still he's behind an eco massively. He had to build the forward castle, he has collected a lot of stone. And InFLamez, well, he does still not have the castle he needs to produce the traps for the trap war, and thus I think he will lose out on this trap war. Now even walling in a villager, which isn't a good idea. This one will be trapped over here. He should just not make those walls. The walls won't keep his opponent out. What he needs is a castle. Yeah, and there we see Rompe coming forward with another castle. And this is really hurting. It's covering all these farms. It will cover parts of the stone spot. And the wall, of course, not going up right here. And now there will be more converts. And therefore, yeah, now he can't really put up the castle. Well, he's doing it now out of range of those monks. But the thing is that Rompe is already up. He's already got out this trebuchet, and InFLamez sitting on this massive stockpile of resources, but not feeling them. He's not built any evil warriors. He's built a few, but not enough to target those monks. And if Rompe just pushes in hard with those monks, InFLamez has really no chance of dealing with it. This castle will inevitably go up. And oh, this is really hard. And he's housing. He's got no woods whatsoever. And he can't even afford to build houses. But I think he's got a different plan. He thinks, well, you're pushing my base, screw you. I don't care about you, I'll push your base. And he's now setting up the range, probably upgrading the camp ram. Not now. He's having quite a few eagles. Still no eagles. And he's repairing the castle from the wrong side. Not good. Should really be from the other side. Now he's noticed it. And he's now pushing it with the rams. And he should really have an upgrade. There's the captain upgrade, and he needs to support those rams. So trebuchet is out, but he's not really attacking this castle with his upgrade, and he'll keep it. Now he's out of stone. Even his device stone if he wants to keep it. And he's wondering a lot of things. He should really not waste those pages, just going down to the castle. But the important thing is he's pushing off the back. He should attack those monasteries. He should really... And if he had attacked the monastery, he should have attacked the monastery with the relic in it. Now he's pushing in with those rams, in which he could garrison the eagles. Which is an interesting thing as well. Always do this. If you garrison eagles inside of rams, those rams will protect them from being converted. So you can just do a ram train, rush the eagles into the enemy's monks, and then let the eagles out. Still not broken through the wall. He's got this huge army of eagle warriors and those rams, but he still can't push in while he's being pushed out on the other side, building another castle, which isn't the best idea at this point. He should build it further back, perhaps like here, because now the traps can just change their focus and start attacking. And he's heavily housed. Oh, 55. He just can't get out of those resources. He needs more houses. He should at least task 5 villages to build houses at that moment. And he still hasn't managed to push it right here. Giving his opponent... Oh, and another big mistake, he has not upgraded Elite Eagle. He desperately needs this upgrade. Eagle Warriors, nice, but you need to do these upgrades. And he can't fight in castles like that. And this is the interesting thing. We are in the Imperial Age, and Rompe has no access to those Jacob Warriors, which will absolutely destroy unupgraded Eagle Warriors. Now more mobs coming in, and those houses are going. much resource in the game. Comparing this to Rompe, he's only gold and wood, which he really only could use if he made others. Finally, this castle is going down. The Eagle Warriors are in, and on the other hand, InFLamez hasn't really managed to break through the walls, so it's not looking too good for him, though he has relocated parts of his eco out of his base. So many monks. If Rompe just had the micro to convert, he could easily end this. He's now bringing back killing the trebuchet, and lots and lots of villagers fleeing from the battlefield. It's looking good for InFLamez, though he's finally managed to get in. Still no elite eagle upgrade though, but he will. He could easily bring down this town center. Even this town center, he could wreck the whole eco. No problem whatsoever. But he has not done the elite eagle upgrade, and at the moment I think he still could afford it. He could still just do the elite eagle upgrade. But this is a crazy game. Both players still at pop 84 InFLamez and pop 84 Rompe as well, but he's losing massively on this side. The Eagles relentlessly killing off villagers as they please. The Rams touching down the town center. And they are really playing base trade right now. InFLamez rebuilding the town centers, but this isn't a good idea. They'll just go down again. He can't keep on like this. He needs to leave this base, perhaps head over for this gold. Yeah, and he's building town centers outside. He's really going for the eco. And his Eagles at the moment just, they weren't micro too well. Not really killing villages. And as they are still Eagle Warriors and not Eagle Warriors, I think he still can afford it. And now at the moment he's got all his resources spent. He still has no elite Eagle Warriors. And if those were elite Eagle Warriors, they could easily sit under the town center, could sit under the castle and just bring it down with the help of the Rams that I can't see. There are some more Rams coming. And he's nicely rebuilding his economy on the outside. He's losing his base. Okay. I'll rebuild it on the outside. It's still not a population because so many villages, but he should probably just head over and kill off those traps pretty super fast, because the villages are going to go down anyways. And I think now he's doing it. He's rushing the traps. Yeah, he's doing it. And he's heavily inside his opponent's base. Though his opponent, of course, has the advantage that he has out those castles here and here, and he's really covering ground with them. So he's got some area safe and secure for his economy. A lot of traps of those traps were due to villagers attacking them, but finally the villagers got cleaned up. The traps are even aiming for the villagers. Nicely. And now, this is something that Rompe should have done way earlier. He's securing himself the relics which InFLamez had for such a long time. And this way he's getting rid of this advantage, this disadvantage that he had over time. But still, he's getting his base raided, and if he isn't careful, still no elite Eagle Warriors, I don't understand that. But of course, he doesn't have the resource, and he's sending in the rams. He needs those eagles over here so he can ram down the castle. But InFLamez nicely rebuilding his economy. He's got 4 town centers back up, which is double the amount that his opponent has. He's only sitting on 2. But he's rebuilding. He's building a new town center on the base of InFLamez, claiming the gold in the base. And of course, those villages weren't brought there by him. He just converted them. Now he's even stealing the He just needs to build a monastery, and he'll just put them in. And if he then just sticks up in it for the long run, he'll have a good chance. Although at the moment, InFLamez on top 65, Rompe on top 66. It's so crazy, this game. still those two players really raiding each other, pushing them out of each other's space, and being so aggressive that they really... Just 10 minutes ago they were on pop 85, InFLamez being at pop 100 in this game, and now dropping back to 67, or to 68. And now Rompe finally building this town center at the outside, and getting some more farmland. I think he's really low on food. There he is. He's got a lot of gold due to having stolen the relics. To bring them to the monastery right. But he's surely lacking the food. And at the moment, InFLamez could just steal back the 2 relics which he has claimed. I think he's now going for another raid over here. He's got a huge army of eagle warriors. And still doesn't have the gold and the fruit to upgrade his eagles to elite. Which would be so necessary. Just crazy. Now he's found the villages and he'll kill a lot of them. He's even axing. Such a nice guy. Save your villages, he's saying. He's now fighting against those Jaguar warriors, which isn't the nicest fight for him. Those eagles having +4 on the attack and no defense whatsoever, so they really shouldn't fight under the castles, and he's losing all of them. Jaguars just having such a strong bonus, and he's got +2 defense of them on them, so they really destroy. But still, I think the castle might just go down. I'm not sure why he's attacking with this one. Yeah, it should go down. So close. But he lost all his eagles in a single push. And now the traps are moving in, the mobs are moving in, and he's gonna push back on the other side. If he had this army, which he just wasted over at this castle right here, he could have killed the monks, I think. Oh, and that's funny. Rompe even converting InFLamez rams and now starting to whittle down those levels. InFLamez, really, what has he left? He's lost his army, he can't raid any longer, and his opponent has built enough Jaguars, and he still has those monks in there, and he's converting the economy back. So he's gaining a massive eco lead by just stealing InFLamez villages. It's just like InFLamez, well, I need to get up my eco back to get a massive eco warriors, and Rompe just saying, well, nice, you're building the economy for me, just take your villages and then see what will happen. Though he's lost his treasure checks there, and he's now sending the rams unprotected, which is the smartest choice, I think. He's standing in the center. And if InFLamez notices this, he can easily rush in with villages. But he's now completely pushed off everything. He's back in this corner and he's got all his villages being garrisoned. And now those eagle warriors with +2 defense, still in elite eagles, are coming in, and I think this is now GG. Population dropping for InFLamez to 57, Rompe sitting on on 56. It's still so close. They've dropped even more again. Just some minutes ago they were on 65, now they are on 54 and on 55, still so close pop-wise, but InFLamez has no relics left. He can't do any raiding no longer, and his whole eco is garrisoned, while Rompe's eco is still, well, it is pretty non-existent. I don't think he's got so many. I think that's all the villages he has, but he's got this massive army out there. He's got all those monks, and he's just rebuilding another town center. He's got those Jaguars, which really take a punch when hitting the eagles, especially the unupgraded eagles, not the elite eagles. And now he's building another castle there, and I think really he just wants to end it right now. He could. How his resource looking? He's got a lot of gold. He could even buy another castle and just place it here to just end it. This is covering even more farmland, and yeah, there's the GG. This is all. It's bringing the trend focused down the town centers. This is it. And what a great game it was. Really. I think I mentioned most of the mistakes they did, but I think for their rating, which is 1650, as you might remember, they really played this game great. They played it so greatly. I don't think that they've ever done such a great game. It was so tense, it was so close to the end. And look at this, 51 population for the winner, and we are 51 minutes into the game. Such a nice map, such a nice aggression, great base trade, great relic steals, really. I hope you were so happy about this game as I was, and I hope I'll see you next time.